What's up, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode from the Lions Cove podcast. I'm your host, Marcelo. We have a different background today. Haven't been here in a while. It's probably been since my basketball episode about my basketball journey. If you haven't seen that, please go watch that. That should be popping up right here. That was a great episode. Made that about a year ago, which is crazy. So, and also, too, this is two of three of the solo episodes. That's right. Episode one was last week. 5 questions you should live by every day. Those questions are meant to help motivate you, to guide you, to pretty much just help you reflect in this busy life that we live in, right? We don't really process our thoughts on a daily basis because we're so busy. We're moving around, we're doing our own things, we're busy with work, school, whatever's going on in life. Life has challenges itself. So, yeah, that's just to help you reflect. Go check that out. I've been posting for the past 7 months interviews, right? Just every single week. I feel like I haven't really connected with the audience. So these 3 episodes are really meant to, connect each other, help build that relationship again. And hey, the interviews are great. They're awesome. They're fantastic. But pretty much these solo episodes are help to, redefine our foundation and keep building on our foundation that we have, right? We have the resume, we have everything, but it all starts with the foundation, and that starts with me, right? Creating content for you all, connecting with you all, building what we have and continuing to move that forward. So I appreciate all the love and support. So thank you for that. Stay tuned as well for the last solo episode before we get back into interviews. That's going to be great. Also, to shout out to our 2 FTLC podcast giveaway winners. That's right, Jasleen Delgado and Marina Powell. Thank you all. We had about 30 entries. The giveaway lasted a month. For Instagram, you need 1,000 followers to go on Instagram Live, and unfortunately, I don't have 1,000, so I had to move the live stream over to TikTok. So thank you for those that I'll join that one. But hopefully in the future we could do our giveaways on Instagram Live. But thank you all for the love and support. This podcast episode is going to be pretty short. I'm going to make it nice and short for you all. I know my previous ones have been 30 minutes, so this one hopefully around 10 to 15. Thank you all again for the love and support. This one, story time, right? Story time. I haven't done a story time in forever, so this is going to be good. This is about the Lakers versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, Los Angeles versus Cleveland, October 18th, 2024. It was a great day. It was a fantastic day, actually. So, Cavs, Lakers, LeBron, and Bronny James coming to Cleveland, right? This is Bronny's rookie year. So, this is his first time playing in front of the Cleveland home crowd, which was incredible. Me and my dad went together to the game, had great seats for that game, and got to witness some cool stuff like LeBron doing the chalk. Being from Cleveland, we've been blessed with LeBron over the past few years, right? Every Cavs game you go to, you just know the energy is different, the vibe is different because we have LeBron James. We have the best player in the whole league, in the world, right? And obviously one of the greatest of all time. So when you have LeBron and you have stars like Kyrie, you have the Anderson Varejao, you have the Big Z, you have a lot of great Cavs teams. They were just so fun to go to, and even the fans were just so into it, right? I mean, the Browns haven't been so good, so a lot of people, root for the Cavs because with LeBron, you're guaranteed a playoff spot every year. It's insane. So he did the chalk. It was awesome. Had a nice little tribute for LeBron. And me and my dad. My dad is the biggest Cavs fan of all time. He is the number one Cavs fan I know, diehard Cavs fan. He's always analyzing plays, players, shot selections, looking at the stats. He's always watching every single game. He's up until like 10 p.m. watching those games on the West Coast. He is just the biggest basketball fan I know, and his passion for the game is so strong. He was a player, he was a coach, so he knows so much about the game, and he really pushed that passion onto me. I love basketball so much. It's a big part of my life. It's a big part of this podcast and why this podcast is what it is today. So I'm super grateful for it. And me and my dad share so much in common, but one thing we share in common is basketball, and we just love watching games. We love being together. We love shooting hoops. So many late nights of just talking and getting shots up together, and just being outside and just being with my dad. Those were the best memories of just when I was a kid playing sports growing up, just having my dad on the sidelines. Like I I remember during my high school games, my dad would always, scream from the stands like whenever I had a rebound just to push the ball on a fast break, and just sending me like keys and helping me just evolve my game over time. And I'm so blessed for him. Like I really am. He's my role model. He's my best friend. And I'm so blessed to have a dad like him in my life. I'm so grateful and I thank God every day. We are a big basketball family. My mom and my sister Sophia, they love basketball. They're diehard basketball fans as well. They always get into the games. We love March Madness. Um, we had a super competitive March Madness family bracket, so it was awesome. Overall, it's a big part of all of our lives, and we just we just look forward to the Cavs. We look forward to every kind of basketball event that's um, available to us, whether that's online, college, anything. We just truly love the game. We truly do, and just sports in general. But sharing this moment with my dad was awesome, and just going to games with my family is the best in the world, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So, and we've seen some incredible games as well. We've seen some great games like 2011 Prime D Rose versus LeBron in the playoffs. It's been great. But going back to the story, LeBron does his intro. It's fantastic. It's incredible. And throughout the game, the Cavs start to gain the lead. And we're rooting for the Cavs, but everyone in that arena is rooting for LeBron. And I would say about like the fourth quarter, I think it was the fourth quarter. The Cavs were up by 20, and the crowd is just on their feet rooting for Bronny James to get in this game. They're like, Bronny, Bronny. And it was awesome, right? That was his first game in Cleveland. And Bronny gets put in the game, and a few minutes later hits a turnaround fadeaway, scoring his first NBA points. And the crowd went crazy after Bronny James hits that shot, right? The crowd's going crazy, the vibes are up, and it was an incredible experience, right? Just being there, being a part of it. It was just unreal. So me and my dad, hang we always stay back. Like whenever it's, a late game, we always just stay back a few extra minutes just as everyone clears the arena just to enjoy the moment, be in the moment. So we stayed back for a little bit, and I happened to be wearing a Daniel Gibson jersey. He was a part of the Cavs for a few years, played with LeBron, great player, one of my personal favorite players of all time. And it was so funny because me and my dad were like walking around, and he happened to be on the Cavs post game press conference, right? So the Cavs post game is always, outside of the arena where all the fans gathered. You could see yourself on live TV. It's really cool. It's a really cool experience. And I'm sure a lot of other NBA arenas do this around the league. So I told my dad, I said, Dad, that's like Daniel Gibson. But what's crazy is that my cousin Anna, shout out my cousin Anna, was with him one night at like some like charity event, and took a video of Daniel Gibson saying to me like, "Hey Marcelo, like wish you were here." Blah blah blah. It was so cool because he's one of my favorite players of all time. I was like, no way. So now, fast forward to a year later, I'm like, Dad, this is him in the post game press conference. I'm wearing his jersey. And usually during like TV timeouts, they'll like sign stuff or anything like that. So me and my dad happens to be walking by, and there's no one in this arena. It's literally just me and my dad, like the security guard, Daniel Gibson, the other co-host, and just some other fans like leaving the arena. But that's it. There was like six people max. So once he was done and like it went to the commercial break, I asked the security guard. I said, "Hey, like, would he be able to sign this jersey? Like, I have his jersey." And then he said, "Yeah." So it was so cool. Got to talk to him for a little bit, and then me and my dad walked away. And I will never forget this moment because, like, I will never forget this moment because my dad was so happy. He's like, no way that just happened. Like, we got his autograph. LeBron was here, just the whole experience. And me and him were like, no way that just happened. Like, that's just crazy to me, right? Like, who would have thought, I could have worn any jersey and I decided to wear Daniel Gibson and he was on the post game press conference. Like, that is crazy to me. That's insane. So, me and my dad, we shared a hug and we were laughing, and that just like reminded me like, we share these memories with our parents and how important it is just to spend time with these parents. Like at the end of the day, like, what our parents were once in our shoes, right? Like they're still learning how to be a parent. They were kids. They were our age, right? They were our age at one point in their lives, and they were kids as well. So seeing something like that and sharing an experience like that with my dad is something that I will never forget. And it just means so much, right? Going to these sporting events, going to, places out to eat or doing anything with your parents. It just it's it's so awesome because we only have so much time left on this earth. And I think I've realized as I've gotten older how important it is to spend with your loved ones because your loved ones aren't always going to be around. Um, we don't live forever. Thank God, we, have faith in the Lord that He's going to take care of us. But we don't know what life holds for us on a daily basis. We don't know what life may bring for us, right? Tomorrow's not given. Tomorrow is not given, and you're not promised tomorrow. So it's so important to make every moment count. So sharing moments like that just meant the world to me. Just seeing a father and son accomplish something in the NBA is incredible, right? That just reminds me of what me and my dad accomplished. Like, even though it's not at the NBA level, right? Me and my dad won a father and son tournament one year when I was in like middle school. Like, just thinking about memories like that holds so much value to me. I'm so grateful for that. So the reason why I'm telling the story is pretty much just to, you know, as you move throughout this busy life, continue to share moments with your loved ones, whether that's friends, family, anyone who you truly love in life. Just cherish those moments with them. They're not guaranteed forever. You know what? Those moments move in the blink of an eye, right? These days go by so fast. The time, the hours go by so fast, but it's so important just to sit down, relax, and just to be present in the moment. Um, just thinking about that, right? Like me and my dad going golfing, and he got his first par on a par three, and we were laughing, like just sharing small moments like that, even just throughout our time playing travel basketball, not even just basketball, just with my podcast. My dad was on my podcast and shared his story. Having those shared memories and those shared experiences, like I'm sure LeBron will never forget that moment of his son scoring, right? And I'm sure my dad will never forget that moment where he hopped on my podcast and talked about his life and our journey and his time as a coach. So just those little moments mean so much to me, and I'm really grateful for them. And they just remind me to to keep myself grounded. Like, yes, we may go through stressful times. We may go through the hardest times, right? Battling with mental health. Mental health is just so big nowadays, right? It's so important to take care of yourself and to find ways to relax and to take off the stress. It's so important. So just being able to flip the switch and think of a positive mindset, like, hey, like this moment isn't going to last forever. Let's just live in it and let's just be grateful in the moment. Yeah, that's my story time really. It was just a really cool experience having the opportunity to go to the Cavs game with my dad, seeing LeBron play in Cleveland, as we've been blessed with him in Cleveland for so many years, and just sharing moments with your family. So this is just a reminder to share moments with loved ones, continue to spread love, continue to be thankful, be grateful for what God or what, whatever you may believe in presents you in life, because not all opportunities are given. And just live in the moment and continue to spend time with loved ones, because not every day is guaranteed. So this is just a reminder. Um, yeah, just a quick reminder to continue to spread love and to be grateful and to give thanks always. So that'll do it for this podcast. Hopefully that was good, but make sure you like, comment, sub. Make sure in the comments below, write down a shared memory that you have with a loved one. That, just reflect. Take this time to reflect, honestly. These next 3 episodes are just for the audience to reflect and to give feedback and to help this podcast move in a positive direction. So thank you all again for the love and support. That'll do it for this episode, and we'll see you. Peace.